I love before the show you were talking about Esther, who helped you form your podcast, and you were like, we're in the business of saving lives. We're bringing people into exciting new ventures that they could be a part of, exciting new career pathways, and that's really what we should be looking at it as teamwork, not just the day job that we have to do. It's an end.
Yeah, I like that. And I think some people forget when whether they're working for themselves or others, that there are people that come into your world and you don't know what they're there for.
Yeah,
They're there looking for themselves, but oftentimes you can help them find their own new path and their own way,
yeah,
to live their lives, and you can share your expertise. And I wrote an essay in Fast Company on ageism. And one of my closing thoughts was that, reverse the narrative that a young person's taking your job, and maybe look at it as the young person could be teaching you something
yes,
that can help you be better and help you learn something new. And then also you can then go back and share with this young person who might be coming into your your job or your employee system, to help them be more successful. And Esther is a good example of that, because she came to, work for my company. She actually didn't originally come to work for my company. She saw me on Instagram, and she's a photographer, and she was on track for medical school to be a doctor. But she had beautiful photography work on her Instagram. I thought, oh my God, your work is really beautiful. What do you want from me? She said, I just thought maybe I could, offer to take some photos of you with some portraits. I'm like, okay. And so I brought her in, and we had a meeting. And, I thought, wow, she's very intelligent. Number one, really, really super smart. I'm smarter than me, which you always want people smarter than you around,
yeah,
or smarter than you around you when you're in a work environment, because it helps you grow. And she, I decided, she came around with me for a day, and I thought, oh my gosh, she's actually got a really good eye. She's beautiful with color and beautiful with structure and perspective. And I thought, I'm actually going to bring her on. And so I hired her to come work with me for a little while. And she trailed me and took images and videos and helped me make some really interesting content. And during this process of what I actually, it was a collaboration, although my vision for her was, my gosh, you're super creative and you're sort of giving signals to me that you don't really want to be a doctor. So let me see if there's something I can do to help you
yeah.
see the path of a creative life, because she'd never seen a creative professional life before.
Hmm.
And so, it was very reciprocal, because I helped her see the ins and outs of running a business, and the ins and outs of taking on clients, and the risks and rewards. And people ask you to do this. Do you have the infrastructure to build it? And do you know what it takes to build it? And it was like one of these mind blowing experiences for her, where she said, wow, I didn't realize all these things were happening behind the curtain. I just thought
Yeah,
when you look at something on social media, that's it. And I'm like, no, no, no. There's a lot of risk here. You have to make sure you're protecting yourself and your interests. On the other hand, as I was working with her, she actually helped me recognize that, just like you, all this sort of knowledge I have, and the thought leadership and the strategies that I've developed over time, I could find an opportunity to share that and to help other people figure out how to navigate the world of work as an entrepreneur specifically. And so that's
yeah.
really how the Honest Steel Guide podcast was born, because of this sort of collaboration between a very, very, very young green person, but a super creative, and a very experienced, not green, super creative, how we came together and, built something really interesting. And now, of course, this person is working at a major, major corporation, creating podcasts, videos,
So
animations. I mean,
cool.
she's completely changed her life, and she's not a doctor anymore. She's
Yeah.
not going to be a doctor anymore.